Hello everyone, welcome back. I am Kris. This video is sponsored by YouBuyWeRush. This is I fasted with 1 million Muslims Ramadan in Medina. And if you can see me, click that thumbs up button. If you could do the same thing for me, that helps out tremendously. You can subscribe to the channel if you'd like, that helps me. You could also donate to the channel. If you do, you can request a video. If you want to request a video, you just do it in the comment section. That's all you got to do. Alright, so we're not going to talk a whole lot on this one. We'll just jump right into it. My eyes twitching, which probably means death. Let's do this.
Each year, nearly 1.5 billion Muslims fast for a whole month. But why do they do it? What are the difficulties they face? And how will they treat two non-Muslims who wish to join them during this special time? And to answer those questions, we're heading to the heart of the second biggest religion in the world. Welcome to Medina. It's one of the holiest cities in Islamic tradition, and in this video we're going to take part of Ramadan, the most important holiday in a Muslim world. For locals, it's a time to demonstrate their commitment to God. For us, an opportunity to show our commitment to learning about other cultures, as well as including you in a tradition that very few outsiders ever get to see. So let's start from the very beginning. Our adventure this time starts at the early hour of the day. So, to an outsider, Ramadan probably means a fast. And the most known characteristic is that Muslims in this time don't eat from sunrise to sunset. And as we found ourselves a place for breakfast, it was time to set a few goals for the day. And well, at first we just wanna learn more about this holiday. So we are also gonna fast. And more than this, we will try to figure out what is the importance of this place. Why do millions and millions and millions of tourists come here each year? We knew it was going to be hard.
And the country has very, very high midday temperatures. They can go up to like 35, 40.
But there was also no room for mistakes.
So what happens if you do eat during the day in a public place in Saudi Arabia? It's a crime. So you can go straight to jail, get a heavy fine, or be deported.
And so, not really knowing what to expect, we began our journey near the famous Saeed al-Shuba mosque.
Sorry, I wanted to see that again. Of course.
Saudi Arabia, it's a crime. So you can go straight to jail, get a heavy fine, or be deported.
And so, not really knowing what to expect, we began our journey near the famous Saeed al-Shuba mosque, where surprisingly, a lady tried to sell us bird seeds. La, by the way, in Arabic means no, I'm not just singing to her. In the morning light, this place looked stunning. Thousands of birds in the air. Hundreds of people anxiously waiting for the sun to rise. There's not too many places in the world that are so busy and lively already before sunrise. Everyone we encountered seemed happy and welcoming. Thank you, brother. How are you?
Alhamdulillah.
And the joy was infectious. Such a magical morning. But of course, it was only just the sunrise, and we really had no clue how different this place could look in 12 hours, when the whole population of the city hadn't eaten anything for the whole day. But now that the sun has risen, let's head to the city. To get a better understanding of the place, we made our way to the central part of the city. We sort of expected hordes of people and lively atmosphere. Because you see, Medina is one of the most visited cities in the world.
Now that the sun is fully up, it's time to see what the city looks like during the day.
But the reality was a fair bit different. Yes, there was a lot of huge hotels. I just realized that all those giant buildings in the downtown area are hotels. But most of the streets were calm and fairly empty. And as Ramadan is a popular time to visit Medina, we didn't understand where were all the people. All the shops are closed, streets are very quiet. Even about 90% of the stores were closed due to the holiday. And the only places actually open were the ones selling things connected to Islam. You know, prayer mats, Qurans, things like this. The world is modernizing with each day. This is digital prayer beads.
This is the digital version, there is the analog version. Let's show the analog version.
Yet, I guess all of this actually made sense. Because religion is pretty much the number one and only thing that brings all those people here each year. Many say that this city here is where Islam started moving all over the world. Because Prophet Muhammad himself, he moved from Mecca to this place here, and Medina is also the city where the first mosques in the world were built. Thanks to this, Medina is considered to be the second most important city in the Muslim world. It's the final resting place for Prophet Muhammad himself. And for this very same reason, Medina is actually a very, very, very popular tourist attraction. And not only is it famous, but it also has a special connection to God. One prayer here is supposed to have a value of 1,000 prayers compared to anywhere else in the world. So it's like you come here for a month and you never have to pray again?
Not really. It's just the value is higher, that you've done more good, you're closer to God.
As we saw a few people on the streets, it became clear that this city sees tourists from all over the world. You can see that some people are from Indonesia, some people are from Oman, Saudis, Pakistanis. Although they're all Muslim, they have a little bit different clothes, and you can see it everywhere in the street view. It took us a few hours to understand that sightseeing as we knew it is not a huge thing in this city. It's not a place where people come to have fun. It's a place of worship. It's a place to be closer to God. And so to learn more about Ramadan and to understand why all of those people refuse to eat, we headed towards Medina's most famous landmark. And on the way there, at least one of our questions got an answer. Now we clearly knew where all the people were. Suddenly there was thousands of strangers all around us, rushing towards one specific place. So this behind me here is Prophet's Mosque. It's one of the most important mosques in the whole Islamic tradition, and it's the final resting place of Prophet Muhammad. Yet for us there was a problem. The problem is that it's only allowed for Muslims. So me and Lizu are not going to be able to go in there. For a moment we felt truly left out. Almost like we were swimming against the current. And it became obvious why so few non-Muslims ever come here. I feel that on today's adventure I'm really sticking out like a sore thumb. Lizu at least has hijab. She can be mistaken for a Muslim, but I, with my regular clothes, I feel I'm so out of place. We wanted to learn, ask questions, but how if we couldn't even enter the place where everybody else was going? Well, and it wasn't really helping that by now, even the sun wasn't on our side anymore. We're around 6 hours into our fast, halfway through, and I'm really starting to feel it. Not the hunger, I'm still pretty full, but My throat is so dry. There's over 30 degrees outside. The air is extremely dry, and also the air pollution levels today are high.
Water, glorious water. Can I please have you soon? Water, glorious water. I need you.
To hide from the heat, we found an open shopping mall. This is where the cold air blows from. And surprise, surprise, in cooler climates, our Northern European brains work much better. And so we quickly realized that why shouldn't we talk to people who already approach us themselves? Hey, how are you? Yeah, since English-speaking tourists are quite rare here, the plan wasn't perfect. Is Ramadan for you like a happy time or more it's hard? What does Ramadan mean to you? What should everybody else in the world know about Ramadan?
What?
But still it got us something.
Let's come to visit.
An invitation to the Prophet's mosque. I cannot go there. I'm not Muslim. The fence around it, I cannot go in there.
No, let's you can go.
Ah,
Come on.
yeah?
Yeah.
We were hesitant. But after our friend made a few calls, we were allowed into the fenced area. But of course, not into the mosque itself, which was totally fine by us. It still felt a little strange being here. Oh, and yes, this is the face Lizu does when she's not sure if she's breaking the rules. The place was calm and beautiful. Thousands of people were sitting on the carpets, talking, napping, and reading the Quran.
Anyone out there been inside this? I know it's a mosque, but it's like a mosque with a tomb in it. Anyone been in there? Any one of you? I mean,
A certain sort of tranquility could be felt in everyone's movements. Yet in my mind, Prophet's Mosque will always be the location where I truly understood the meaning of Ramadan, and perhaps even Islam itself. We talked with many kind strangers, and you know what? In a matter of seconds, it became clear that this holiday is about much more than just fasting.
Ramadan have special.
This is special God gifted. No one feel hunger, no one feel any problem. Even 4 years a child keep fasting.
If you are a Muslim and if you are fasting, you should avoid all the things: cheating, backbiting, telling lies, disputing, fighting, or doing anything wrong to the humanity.
To simplify, it's a time to act like the perfect version of yourself, by doing good to others, by not fighting or arguing. And of course, part of it is also not falling into temptation, which is where the fasting part becomes important.
This 1 month is the practice for the coming 11 months. When you can avoid just food, when you can avoid backbiting, when you can avoid bad things, that means this is a training program. It's just 1 month training program for the coming rest 11 months.
A whole month each year to remind themselves what kind of person they really want to be.
How to, keep yourself away from bad things by learning this one complete month.
And although I'm not a religious man myself, then still the idea of dedicating 30 days each year to be a better version of ourselves truly seems like something everyone could benefit from. We left the mosque with good mood and elevated spirits. I feel like we really needed to have this conversation to actually understand the atmosphere and the people who have come here. But little did we know that the hard part of the day was just beginning. I really don't know what's gonna happen in a few hours' time when there's gonna be 1 million hungry people who haven't had a sip of water to drink all around us. It had now been hours since the last time we had a drink.
Eating part, not that hard, but please give me water to drink.
And with every passing minute, it started to show.
It's just like
It's stuck shut, like glued.
Show me your lips.
Is it bad?
Yeah. Her lips are starting to have the first cracks on it. Are you eating your lips? It's haram. Stop eating your lips.
So thirsty.
A smell of food triggered our senses. Suddenly, a bunch of delicious grill smell comes out of an air vent. That kind of makes things run in your mouth. A sight of water was hard to bear.
Let me just look at it. Please, a little water. It looks so good.
And although I still believe it's a little strange, then I started to understand why publicly eating is illegal here. The hours passed slowly, and perhaps the hardest thing to handle was the air itself. Looking all around, you can see this haze, and sadly you can feel it in your throat. Never ever have we seen such a bad air quality index. It was 250 units in the morning, which is very bad. Now it's 540. Like, according to World Health Organization, such pollution levels cause symptoms of respiratory disease on totally healthy people. And combined with the heat, it was taking its toll. We're 10 hours into the fast. 2.5 still to go. Doing this 30 days in a row would be a true challenge on one's willpower. Rot in your neck like a fur ball for the cats. We made it to our final destination about an hour before sunset. Quba Mosque. It's considered to be the oldest mosque in the world. Prophet Muhammad himself laid the first stone for building it, and it's been here just like this over 1400 years. Yes, the mosque was grand and extremely important in the history of Islam. But at this point, you could just feel how the tension was building in the air.
I have a dirty fantasy to go and drink from the sprinklers because they look so juicy and delicious.
But to our surprise, this tension wasn't negative, as we would have expected from thousands of hungry and thirsty people. But it felt more like anticipation. Roughly 30 minutes before the big moment, small packages were handed out to every person in sight. Shukran. Welcome. Oh wow, it's cold. Yes, wow. Here we have few dates, a yogurt, and some water.
Perfect.
It's absolutely perfect. I'm very grateful. I'm very, very grateful. Suddenly, everyone made their way to sit side by side on long carpets. Around me were people from Yemen, Morocco, Pakistan and Algeria. We had never met each other before, but weirdly felt like a group of old friends. We talked about our shared experience, the reasons that brought us here, and then that was the signal. Yet instead of devouring what was in front of them, the men started sharing. Every small item they had brought from home belonged to the whole group. A moment of shared suffering had transformed itself into kindness. Everybody's sharing, they're enjoying their food, they're giving gratitude. It's beautiful. And then, after drinking what is perhaps the best water I have ever had, the taste of water is just incredible. I felt this weird clarity in my head. It sort of felt like I had accomplished something big. At the same time, there was a strong connection with strangers all around me. And perhaps the strongest was the sensation of gratefulness for the food and water I had just offered to my body. And at this moment of clarity and bliss, I think I finally understood. Because at least to me, this feeling was Ramadan.
That one guy Well, everyone's gonna feel. It was right here. Everyone is going to be nice and happy because everyone's there for the same reason. You know what I mean? Everyone's going through the exact same thing. Everyone understands. It was this right here. This guy offering.
Yet instead of devouring what was in front of them, the men started sharing.
That part right there, man, that hit me in the feels. That got me. Yeah, I mean, everyone. Oh, that's got to you just all day. That's got to be delicious. And is that just handed out like because you're there, so it's supplied? That's pretty cool. It's very nice, very generous. I just realized, look at this guy right here. That was my muffin. That guy is eyeballing that muffin. Oh, he's looking over going, I didn't get a damn muffin. Oh, if he keeps holding that muffin, I'm going to punch him right in the face. Oh, that guy. I hope he ends up getting a muffin. I hope that guy got a muffin. Don't see him. Oh. Sorry, he's looking away. I'm going to say he got himself a muffin. I had a pause right in the great spot, though, that guy. All right. We're going to end this video here. That was really good. Yeah. Has anyone out there, have you ever done your Ramadan in Medina? I'd love to know. I would love to know the mosque inside and how the Prophet is buried. Is he, like the whole setup, how that all looks. I wonder if there's pictures online. I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna end this here. Until next time, have a good day, have a good night.